Hello, beautiful people. Welcome to the party. My name is Kendra J. Lewis, the boss architect. And look, today we're talking about how you can beat the dummies in business. So welcome on in. I'm going to start right with it. When you're live, give me a hashtag live. When you're watching the replay, give me a hashtag replay. Look, it's time for the dummies making more money than us. It is time for the dummies to stop beating us in business. Okay. Ty, hey Ty. Hey Liana. Hey, it's her today. I'm here for it. I see some people are already ready to get this good word today. Hey Melissa. Okay, look. Let's go ahead and start straight down the middle. I know my audience, so I got a lot of educated people in here. Where are my educated people? We have credentials, we have degrees, we have been good at what we do for so long. And then when we get in business, we look up and down our feeds, up and down our feeds. We see all over the internet. We see it in the business publications. We see it in the magazines. And we see someone oftentimes doing the thing that was laid on our heart to do, right? Doing the thing that was like the idea that we got. And they're not doing it with excellence. Hell, they're doing the bare minimum. Has anybody ever seen that before? You literally are like, what in the world? Why are people following them? I'm going to case in point. Case in point. Okay. There is a business coach out here on the internet. I don't know why people I do know why people are listening to this business coach for advice. But literally every single one of her posts is her showing her BBL. It's just showing her butt. She be naked all the time. Right now, how they're supposed to teach people about running a business, I don't know. But yet and still, she's collecting coins. Now, it may be for the wrong reasons. It may be for the wrong reasons, but yet and still, the business is still effective. So today, what we're going to talk about is the smart people winning. Who's ready to win as a smart person? Someone that has integrity, someone that has the knowledge, the credentials, and someone whose heart is in the right place. I've been saying something very often that it is oftentimes, your journey is oftentimes a lot longer when you're operating in integrity. But your journey is oftentimes a lot longer when you are conditioned to be smart. Now we're about to get into it. When you are conditioned to be smart. See, a lot of us think we were just born smart. You're just born smart, smarty pants, right? How many of you tell the truth and shame the devil? You've been smart your whole life. Where are my straight A students, my principals, list people? We always were on the honor roll, right? We got all the little cookies in kindergarten and all the way through 12th grade and then in college and PhDs, right? I see a lot of people. Let me put some of these comments up, right? Born smart. You don't know any other way to be. And let me tell you why in business that is dangerous. Because smart is just not something that you're born with. Smart is something that then you become conditioned to be. Somebody put conditioning in the comments. Oh, I know I'm not the only one that was tested for the gifted program. That we're in the AP classes with my AP folks, right? We were conditioned to be smart. And what do I mean by that? I mean that it became a part of your identity to be smart. Now, here's what happens when you get conditioned to be smart. When you get conditioned to be smart, what happens is that you start becoming a certain way because it is now an expectation of you. You start behaving a certain way because it's an expectation for you. And what do I mean by an expectation? Right, Ty said labeled a nerd. I've been a nerd my whole life. When you have an expectation of how you're supposed to show up and how you're supposed to behave, what comes with expectations? Think about it. How many people let you come home? You're used to getting all A's. I know I'm not the only one who, if you're used to getting all A's all of the time, let you get a B. What happens? Not a little dumb kid that all they got was D's and F's. They come home with the C. Their mama is happy as hell. But what did our mama do when we came home with the B? Why you didn't get an A? We got conditioned that we had to always be on top, that everything had to always be perfect. And that conditioning followed us into our work lives. That conditioning followed us definitely into our business. And what did little Joe that could barely spell cat, that made all F's, and one time got a D? Hey, Rosa. And one time got a D, and his family was happy he got a D. How did he get conditioned? What did he learn? He learned that it was okay to do the bare effing minimum. Oh, come on, somebody. He learned it was okay to do the bare minimum. Yet, when we are so used to excelling at everything, we got conditioned that we had to always do the most. We had to always do the most. And now we've carried that into business. Melissa said, amen. Let the church say, amen. Right. So Dr. Quayle said, so now we get discouraged so quickly. But Dr. Quayle, there's something else that's more important than that. For the people that just joined, give me a hashtag live. When you're live, when you're watching the replay, give me a hashtag replay. It's something more important than that happens to us. We don't just get discouraged. We don't move at all. We don't move at all. Now, here's what the dummies learned and the way that they got conditioned. Hey, Shirley, welcome to the party. They got conditioned to just do shit. Because, see, they're not used to being great anyway. They're not used to it. If you got nothing to lose, you may as well just do it. They did not come up with the same scrutiny we did. Or maybe people called them dumb. But can I let y'all in on a little secret? Now I'm going to get in trouble for this one. I have been in some of the biggest boardrooms in the world. I have seen, I'm not going to call any Fortune 500 CEOs dumb. Yes, I am. I have seen what people at the tip top of the business food chain look like. And most of them aren't that smart. And I can say that because I am. I can say that. See, it's not an insult when you're really smart in real life and you call people dumb. People are dumb. And yet, they're sitting at the helm, titans of industry. I'm not calling all of them dumb, but a lot of them are. Because here's the thing that I need you to know. Y'all ready to learn how to beat the dummies? Somebody need to put this in the comments. The number one thing to win in business is speed. Put speed in the comments for me. The number one thing to win in business is speed. Ooh. Speed to market is your competitive advantage, and it's what smart people are so scared of and dumb people are used to. See, I want you to think about it. Your job now is to shift into the competitive advantage, because I need you to learn how to do this one thing. I need you to learn how to do this one thing. Y'all ready for what that one thing is? Write down your notes, put this in the comments. The one thing, and I'm going to help you do it, that you need to learn how to do is to be the first. Numero uno in the building. Somebody say be first. Why? Because nobody remembers who did it second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth, 10th. They remember who was first. Do you know the other thing that you need to do? We're going to talk about how to do all of this. We need to be first. And you know what? The second thing we need to do, we're going to talk about it. All right, Rosa, 1111. It's that number. It's that number. We need to be first. And somebody put this in the comments. We need to be the loudest. First and loud. I know y'all were looking at the football game yesterday, the Super Bowl. First and 10. No, first and loud. See, here's the thing. I'm going to be first, and I'm going to be the loudest about my brilliance. Because then, if people try to steal it, I have a documentation that is mine. How they going to steal something that I'm loud about? And was first. See, you need to have first to market bragging rights. And the key word being bragging rights, because if you be first to market and you don't tell anybody about it, nobody still will know. So here's what we're going to do today. Smart people, overthinkers. I'm going to give you some practical ways to be first and loudest because we got to beat the dummies. See, the dummies are used to just putting stuff out there. Somewhere along the way, we got afraid to try because we thought that everything we did had to be a home run. Everything you do does not have to be a home run. Everything you do, I'm going to release you from this today. Everything you do, smarty pants, does not have to be a home run. And we release that today. You are allowed to just try some shit too. What's up, Angelique? Hello. I said, I know the USPTO will know I'm first. Look, now I done got my curls out of place. I got so excited. All right. Hold on, let me, because now this is bugging me. I made it worse. Oh, well, I'm going to sit with a mushroom on top of my head the whole time. There we go. Okay. Everything does not have to be a home run. And see, little Billy and bare minimum Bob and whatever you want to call him, Jack Joe, that can barely spell cat, they learned that a long time ago. Can some of us, can we just I was about to say, can we just get to first base? But hell, I'm going to say, can we just step up to bat? Can we give ourselves a pat on the back for just stepping up to bat? Half us still sitting in the dugout. And hell, the other half of us ain't even made it inside of the stadium. We still sitting in the dugout. It's going to be my turn one day. Friend, hold on. How is it ever going to be your turn if you never step up to bat? It can't be your turn sitting in the dugout, and it definitely can't be your turn when you're still sitting out in the parking lot. Writing down your plans, right? Writing down all of your plans. Just going to write your plan, planning yourself into the oblivion. Our first goal is to get out the dugout. What the first goal? Let's skip past it. Walk your ass in the stadium. Everybody, walk in the stadium right now. Walk in the stadium right now. Walk in the stadium. No matter how you look, no matter if you got your uniform on or not, walk in the stadium right now. Right? That's what we do first. Yep, Melissa said, write it in that damn journal. Y'all gonna journal yourselves and plan yourselves into the oblivion. Stop it. Because basic ass Bob ain't writing in his journal. He just does stuff. I keep telling y'all, basic ass Bob ain't wrote a damn day in his journal, a day in his life. He can barely spell cat, remember? But yet basic ass Bob is a millionaire. You're going to journal yourself to death. Okay, so we're going to walk into the stadium. Right? The second thing, Tamika said, you so damn. The second thing we have to do once we walk into the stadium, skip right past the dugout, step up to the plate. Somebody say, step up to the plate. Step up to the plate right now. Now, here's what I need for you to understand. When you step up to the plate, everybody in the stadium is looking at you. I want you to visualize this. Everybody is looking at you good. They need to be. Bear yourself to the world, yourself in your imperfection. You don't even have your uniform on yet, and that's fine. Because you don't need to have the uniform on. You don't need to be draped in the accoutrement, because that is the problem. So many people are dressing themselves up to play business that you're never going to build one. We can have all the accoutrement, every website, every funnel, every AI bot, everything, and still not make a damn sale because we're waiting on the uniform. When success does not require an armor, success requires your ability to bear yourself in front of the world without fear of how the world will respond. Oh, I'm talking to somebody now. It's your ability to bear yourself to the world without fear of how the world will respond. It's time to stop dressing up and playing business because you are too brilliant to play dress up. You don't need to play dress up. Now, here's what I'm going to say. And I have a little chip on my shoulder. So if you don't mind, can I have my way just for a second? Somebody say have your way in the comments. If I can have my way for a second, because now I'm about to tell some folks business. Now, we've talked about this before, but for the people that know me, y'all know Pastor Daddy, my pastor and my daddy. He said something to me because I have a bone to pick with a lot of people. Okay, y'all said have your way. I'm going to have my way. So many times we are waiting for the thing that we think will absolve us of action. Well, Kendra, I can't do this until you build my systems. Kendra, I can't do this. I've been waiting for this. I have built so many systems and handed them over to people only for them to never use them. Oh, come on, somebody. And I've said this several times. Never use it. I can't do it until you build the system. I can't do it until you build the system. I can't do it until you build the system. I hand the system over, they still don't do anything with it. And that grinds my gears. That's what people that know me knows that when I build something, oh baby, I build it. I woke up yesterday and said, I think I think that I would like to build my own community that is kind of like Facebook, but not Facebook posting. And yesterday, while I was on a 2-hour drive to my sister's house in Alabama, I built the whole technology. I'll show it to y'all later. So when I build, I build. All right. When I build, I build. And so when there's so much love and work that goes into it, to see it never actually be used, that grinds my gears. But I'm going to also tell you something that my dad told me, and I want everybody to take a look at themselves today. And I'm not going to call any people out, but I think a lot of times we need to check why we actually want to do this business thing too. And here's why. You know what my daddy told me? This Pastor Daddy said, because I was venting to him. I'm like, Daddy, I don't know why people don't just do the thing, right? Like, I don't understand why you can't like use the stuff and like what are people doing? And my daddy said, Key, that's what he calls me. My daddy's country as hell. He's like, Key, you gotta know that half these folks don't even want a business. They just want to have something when people come over their house to talk about that they doing. They don't actually want to run a business. They just want to look like they're doing something. They want to be a part of a club. So I got a business too. They don't actually want to run it. They just want to look. Ooh, shots fired. So I think while we're out there bearing ourselves to the world, we have to understand, are we doing this because we actually want a business, or do we just want some attention and be able to be a part of something? And if that's the case, then I'm open for friends. You can pay to be in a club just to hang out. We can have a club together. Right, but I think we have to say, like, whether we want to run a business or not, because if we go down the rabbit hole of doing all the things and it's not coming from the right place, we're still going to get stuck. Because I'm going to tell you this, and I said this in a post the other day, guys, there is a cost. Of course, there's a cost to stagnation. There's a cost to being silent, which a lot of us are doing. But there's also a cost to visibility too. And whether you make this decision today or not, here's what I'm going to say to you. You have to make the decision on whether the cost of being visible, the cost of doing the thing for you, is less than the cost of you hiding. I'm going to say that one more time. You have to figure out if the cost of doing the thing, of bearing yourself out to the world, of getting out there, of being first, of being bold, of being unapologetic, is less than the cost of your silence, of your stagnation, of your hiding. And I'm going to tell you, the cost of visibility is going to be a lot greater if you are not doing it for the right reason. So put in the comments for me today, the people that actually want a business. Put business in the comments. Hell, I'm going to put my own comment. I actually want a business. You know why? Not because I want money. I want business because I want autonomy. I didn't say I want freedom. I'm definitely not free in my business. I want autonomy. Right? And I want everybody to understand this: owning a business does not make you free, but it does make you autonomous. Okay. Okay, I got some business owners in the house. The good, the bad, and the ugly that come along with that. So now that we understand this, right? Now that we understand this, I realized for myself that the cost of silence is much greater for me than the cost of visibility. I would not trade my autonomy for anything. I would not train my autonomy for anything. Hey, Lanisha, girl, we still live. Hop in the live one. I would not trade the autonomy for anything. And so here's what we are going to do. If we understand that we have some business owners in the house, in the comments, let's beat the dummies. We are going to get fast and we're going to get first, because you know this is what we do at the Boss Architect. We launch fast, then we build big, then we finish it. We launch first and we finish last. And that's how it should be. See, this is what dummies understand. We launch first. We get loud about that shit. And we finished last. So, I have a story to tell for all of my people that are perfecting. Some of you have heard this story before, but I love to give this illustration. How many people had a candy lady in their neighborhood? Who grew up with a candy lady? I'll wait. Candy lady. Ours was Miss Linda. Okay, I know I'm not the only one that had a candy lady in my neighborhood. It's Linda. Okay. Did the candy lady have a website? I'll wait. Did she have a sales funnel? Did she have a social media account? Did she have a merchant processing? Did she have a trademark? Hell, she barely had an LLC. Oh, but that candy lady made money every time she showed up. Everybody knew about the candy lady. Oh, who had a side hustle? Who was the resident business owner in high school? Who was the resident? I know some of y'all had a hustle in high school. Who was a hair braider in middle school and high school, right? Or y'all remember when Napster first came out? Everybody had the one guy in the school that used to make everybody's mixtapes from Napster. Our guy, his name was Justin. Shout out to Justin if you're looking at it. The people that went to high school with me knew who Justin was. Justin would sell those mixtapes for $10. We would give him a list of all the songs we wanted, and we would have a CD the next week. All right. They didn't have all of the systems, but they had the audacity. That's some audacity. See, that's what, and I'm not calling any of these people dumb, but what dummies have more than anything else is audacity. And today we're going to borrow some of that. See, here's what I need for you to understand in business, because we want the systems to make everything easy for us. Do you realize that you have to earn the right to build a system? Because all systems do is lead people to you. And if you never had the audacity to put something out there and see if people even want to be led to it, then you're just building systems to lead people to nothing. Or if you lead people to you and then you're like, you can't sell. Sorry, you can't sell. You scared to speak up, right? You are getting like discouraged anytime somebody says no. Can we say we need to build the muscle? What's up, Nadir? That's my girl. What's up, boo? Y'all better, everybody that's on here, like, share, subscribe, share this with your friends. The world needs to hear this message because the dummies are winning and I don't like it. See, you earn the right to build the system after you've built the audacity. After you've built the audacity. Because what is the system doing? Sending people straight to you. Now, let me ask you something. If I were to tell some of y'all to go live right now, you'd be like, huh, huh, huh. no, I can't go live, Kendra. I can't. What are people gonna say about me? But you'll be the same people that turn around and say, well, Kendra, I need you to build me a webinar funnel. Friend, mm-mm. If you can't go live for 2 minutes, how do you think you're gonna deliver a webinar that's an hour long live? I can't build you no webinar funnel and you can't say 2 words without spazzing out on camera. No. We build the muscle before we build the system. We build the muscle before we build the system. So, story time. Story time. I was one of the high school hustlers. Okay. I was a high school hustler. I was telling Leona this story the other day. She was like, you don't tell people about this. Because I've been building the muscle for a long time. Unconventional, but it is what it is. And I wish I would have been first. So this is not PG. So everybody your kids watching, kids cover your ears. When I was in high school, I was a senior in high school, I had a 1984 Chevrolet Caprice Classic, box Chevy, heavy Chevy, right? And I'm from the South. So, you couldn't tell me anything, okay, with that 1984 Caprice Classic. Kendall remembers because Kendall and I went to the same high school. I had a box Chevy Caprice Classic. Now, I had a friend who was a little bit older than me, maybe like a couple years older than me, but, let's just say she was working in the nightlife arena. Hell, she was a stripper at Magic City. Let's just go ahead and say she's a stripper at Magic City. Shout out to Magic City, by the way. And she did not have a car. I had a car, okay? And she was like, look, Kendra, I know you be having to go to school in the morning, but really, like, I don't, I trust you to pick me up from work, and I'll pay you. I'll pay you to pick me up from work. Yep, Magic City. I'm real Atlanta born and bred, okay? So I told her, I'll pick you up from Magic City, right? I would set my alarm clock at 3 a.m., go pick her up from Magic City. She would pay me $50 for picking her up. Now, I'm in high school at this point. So $50 was a lot of money. And this was 2002. Okay. And so it started to catch on. The Chevy had some space in it. So some of the other dancers were like, well, we'll pay you too to pick us up. Right. But I was Uber before Uber existed. You understand me? I would set my alarm at 3 a.m. and be outside of the parking lot at Magic City, right? I was making so much money in high school. It was ridiculous. It was ridiculous. And everybody else is going to their jobs at the fast food place, at the grocery store. Nope. I'm the resident driver for the dancers at Magic City. And I say all that to say, like, you have to start somewhere. And I didn't realize this and put 2 and 2 together, right? That ability to just do something is what gets you comfortable with doing the other things. So then when I got into banking when I was 19 years old, and I realized that banking was a sales job, they were like, you got to open up accounts, you got to sell. Selling wasn't scary for me because my nervous system was already used to receiving money with my own ingenuity. Oh, come on with it, somebody. See, a lot of our nervous systems right now are wired to only receive money when somebody is telling us what to do inside of their own construct. It's time for us to shift to having our nervous system be comfortable with holding the fact that we can create money of our own volition. Somebody put in the comments, I can hold it. We are sometimes so repellent and don't realize we're self-sabotaging because our nervous system has not been trained to receive what only we can create. So no, if I am afraid of sales, it's not because I'm afraid of sales. I'm afraid because my nervous system is telling me you can't do this. And I want to look everybody in the eye right now and say that's a bald-faced lie. You can hold it. You can create. And here's where we're going to bring back an oldie but goodie. Do you know the only two things you need? Oh, the people that have been with me for a minute know this. The only two things you need to create money are your brain and your mouth. And in order to use your brain and your mouth and to wield it in the way that creates for you, you have to now activate the audacity of dummies. You know, take on the audacity of dummies. Your brain and your mouth. This does not just carry in business, this carries in every facet of your life. You quite literally create the reality around you with your brain and your mouth. Did y'all realize that? Your brain and your mouth create the entire reality you're experiencing right now. So why can't it create money for you? I want you guys to answer me a question. If I tried to sell something today and nobody bought it, what is the worst thing that happened to me? I'll wait. If I tried to sell something today and nobody bought it, it flopped, nobody said anything, nobody bought anything, what was the worst thing that happened to me? The worst thing that literally happened was nobody bought it. I want y'all to think about that. The worst thing that happened if I tried to sell something and nobody bought it, that's literally the worst thing that happened. That's the worst thing. The worst thing. Sorry. So, what are we so afraid of? If the worst thing that can happen if you try to sell something and you don't sell it, and the worst thing that can happen is somebody doesn't buy it, what are we so afraid of selling for? Did you die? I'm gonna do Kendall's work. Did you die? I did not die because somebody said no. I did not have an arm fall off. My lips still intact. My nose didn't fall off. A bolt of lightning didn't come down and explode my house. What was the worst thing that happened? Somebody said no. Okay. And like it's a real talk. You didn't die. You still got all your faculties. Use them. Right? And that is what we have to regulate for. The reprogramming of the smart kids. Come on, smart kids. Somebody put reprogram in the comments. Reprogramming of the smart kids. We have to reprogram ourselves to just do some shit. And be loud about it. Don't do it quiet. Do it loud. Every time I'm working on a new technology, y'all hear about it. Hell, I may never release half of the stuff. You still gonna hear about it. Because I just be doing stuff. Reprogram the smart kids. Smart kids, let's channel the audacity of these dummies out here. Let's channel the audacity. We're releasing something. And yes, let's go ahead and get the elephant in the room. Yes, people are going to talk about you. Somebody going to say mean to you. I said on my live on Facebook the other day, I started posting when I was working out on my Peloton. Okay. I started posting when I was working out on my Peloton, and some random guy was like, yo, fat bitch, it's about time you start burning some fat. And I'm like, well, hell, it is about time I start burning some fat. You're right. You're right. And let me like repeat back to you like the thing that is in my head, because some people are gonna say, "Oh, Kendra, that's so mean." That's okay. Well, if I felt any kind of way about it, guess what? I guess I need to not be fat no more. If I felt some kind of way about somebody calling me fat, well, I don't be fat no more. If I knew I wasn't fat, then I would just ignore it. But I knew I was, so I was like, "Well, hey, you shouldn't do it no more." So, like, people are gonna say what they're gonna say. If there's something that you're like, "Ooh, I don't like this about myself," I don't like, change it then. But here's the thing, we're not going to let what other people say to us keep us from the money, right? It just is what it is. We're borrowing the audacity of dummies. And let me tell you this, they don't care what people are saying about them because they don't have enough sense to be embarrassed. See, we have entirely too much sense. That's why we get embarrassed so easily. Stop having so much sense. Just be crazy. Right. Rosa said this is a smart kids rebooting boot camp. I always tell people I'm too crazy to be scared. I'm entirely too crazy to be scared. Kendra, I can't believe you said that. I do. And hell, half the time it just comes out. It just comes out. What are we afraid of? So let's talk about your brain in your mouth. All you need to sell is this and this. Right? Melissa said, just be crazy has released me from the shackle. Melissa, I'm too crazy to be scared. I'm too crazy to be scared. It just is what it is. But the real talk in that is I don't even think a lot of us know what we're scared of. See, I had a very wise person once tell me, a Fortune 500 consultant, this is when I first started selling to corporate, and she's been selling to corporate for years. And she was just like, Kendra, when you have all these things that you're like afraid to do, the only thing that's going to keep you from being afraid is if you either prove or disprove your hypothesis about yourself. Prove or disprove your hypothesis about yourself. So if you're like, I can't get out there and sell because people are gonna talk about me, well, get out there and sell and see what happens. The only thing that's gonna happen is you're gonna prove yourself right or prove yourself wrong. But you won't know until you do it. We have to learn how to stop getting trapped by the narrative of what we're telling ourselves, because that is our nervous system trying to protect us. And what a lot of times it is, once again, is a bald-faced lie. See, you can be a lot of things and be successful in business, but one thing you can't be is scary. And I'm going to go ahead and take it a step further. If you signed up to be an entrepreneur, you are already batshit crazy. You just don't know it yet. You are already batshit crazy. You just don't know it. Do you know how crazy you got to be an entrepreneur? Think about it. When everywhere else in the world, the majority of people in the world live their lives in 2-week increments. Oh my God, today. The majority of the world lives their lives in 2-week increments. Imagine living your whole life in 2-week increments. And then you choosing to go against the grain and say, I'm not doing that. See, I'm trading that false prison of security and I'm betting on myself. I'm going against the grain. I know that the world will not understand me. I know my family will not understand me. I know I will get lonely. I know I will get scrutinized. I know that I will put my finances on the risk. I know I will put my reputation on the risk. I know I will put my entire sanity on out there for the world to see. But I'm going to do it anyway. Doesn't that sound like a crazy person? Yeah. So hey, y'all really crazy anyway. You may as well like play the like act like it. But let's pick up the good part of being crazy. The good part is that you're too crazy to be scared. Too crazy to be scared. Yes, I would have said crazy as a bad. Yes, we are. And it's okay. It's okay. So, what do we do instead to beat the dummies? You ready? The first thing is we are going to pick something. We're going to fix the fight. We need to find our easy yes. Somebody put easy yes in the comments. Find your easy yes. I'm going to leave y'all in a second. And tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern, the Release It Challenge starts. If you are not signed up for this challenge, what are you doing? It is $97. We're going to be together for 14 days. I'm doing the challenge myself. Kendall's in, Leona's in, Tamika's in, Ty is in. We got some folks in here and we're all releasing together. So you need to be in the challenge. We start at 7 p.m. tonight. And you guys are who I built the shiny new technology for that I'll show you in a second. But I digress. So what we are going to do is create our easy yes. I don't care for you. And the easy yes right now needs to be your easy yes. It needs to be the easy yes that you would say yes to, not what you think other people would say yes to. We're not there yet. Because see, a lot of us are getting in our way because our nervous system keeps telling us that people won't buy a certain thing from us. Okay, so put the easy yes as the thing that you believe you would buy. I don't care if that's something for $10. I don't care if it's something for $1. I don't care if it's something for $5. Everybody get their easy yes comfort zone. And I'm going to give you a litmus test. If your broke ass cousin Ray Ray would buy it from you, that's your easy yes. And he don't buy nothing from anybody. If you could walk up and ask him for $5 right now, then your easy yes offer needs to be $5. I don't care. Because we need to retrain our nervous system that yes is our state of being. I know I have church folks in here. What's the song? My soul say yes. I need your soul to say yes. I need your soul to say yes to you. My soul says yes. Whatever is in your soul that you believe is an easy yes, then that's how much you're going to charge for this thing. And here's the thing. With my overachievers, whatever you sell is going to be better than what bare minimum Bob would do. But we just need an easy yes because we need to train your nervous system that money is easy for you. And that you win because you're a winner. Come on, somebody. Okay. Does everybody have an easy yes number in their head? Go ahead and put your easy yes number in the comments. I'm going to put my easy yes for me is a $97 offer. Get $97. Just like this challenge, $97. It's easy yes. That's what my nervous system can hold right now. What's your easy yes number? Yes, the call. There are 4 calls during the training. So I'm gonna show y'all. Oh my God. Y'all got to see what I created for y'all. So 14 days. We're not gonna be together for 14 days every day. Well, we will be together. There are not live calls for 14 days. There are 4 live calls. They say 4 live calls. Okay. The live calls are, let me pull it up. My soul say yeah. Come what may, it's still. Let me share my screen with you. And when I say I put my foot in this, I put my foot all the way in it. Okay, can y'all see my screen? Hold on. Okay. Uh-oh, that's the wrong screen. Hold on. Mhm. Okay, now can y'all see the screen? Okay, so this is the Release It Challenge. So you are going to be doing a few things. One, I created a journal for you because I know we love to journal. So you're gonna be journaling every single day, right? And there's an architect advisor bot in the journal, just saying. So I'm going to be responding to your architect advisor is going to be journaling along with you. It's really cool. We're going to be logging every single sales activity that we do. We're going to be reporting our sales and sharing, and we're going to be in the community. But our live calls on tonight, 7 p.m., another one February 13th at 7 p.m., another one February 18th at 7 p.m., another one February 22nd. Every single day, you will have an activity to do. Okay? Every single day, you will have an activity to do. And I am so excited about this first activity. I'm just going to show y'all because you know I'll be building stuff. But I want to show you this because I'm proud of it. And one of the first things that you're doing is we're retraining your nervous system to hold it. I'm going to say this again. As someone that is a self sabotager, and I know that I've self sabotaged a lot of times, right? I want you to see this. I keep getting rid of the screen. There's something on my mind. Okay, so look at this. One of the first things you're going to do is you are going to sign your declaration because you're going to sign a contract with yourselves, and make the commitment to, I hereby commit to myself. I commit to not overthinking. I know I'm brilliant and the world needs what only I can offer. I commit to not hiding. I commit to imperfection. I commit to doing it scared. I commit to showing up every day, not just checking boxes, but completing actions with intentions, ownership, and presence. I am committed to winning. I will show up. I will not tap out when life happens. I am committed. I will release it. I will finish it. I will win. I launch fast. I build big. I finish. That is what I do. That is who I am. I accept these terms. Signed, sealed, and delivered. And now we're about to print it out. This is your action for day number 1, because I need you to sit with this. I need you to sit with it. Because if we don't retrain ourselves to win, we will continue letting the dummies beat us. And I don't like it. So that is thing number 1. And I'll give a little precursor. I don't want to give it away for the people that are not in. Let's just say, yes, you are going to be showing up on camera. We are not building any funnels. We are not building any technology. You don't need an email list. You don't need an audience. We're using our brain and our mouths in real life. In real life. And every single day you will get an action item to complete and share it with the community. And share it with your community. Right? Ty said, I ain't getting beat by no dumbies. Hell, I said dumbies. Ty, we ain't doing it. We're not doing it. We're entirely too smart. So once we make that commitment to ourselves, then what do? We find then that offer. I see the numbers you guys put in. Tamika said 97, Rosa said 37, right? Ty said 49. We find those offers, and then we create the iteration 1 version of that. Guys, if you're trying to build out a big course, if you're trying to do all this, what if instead you just sold people into a 2-hour master class that you teach live? No prep work, no, that you just get on and teach. Do you not feel your voice commands money? Or if you're like, "Ooh, I got this app I want to build," what if you start with just a Google spreadsheet you sell? See, we have to start learning that anybody can build apps and stuff now. Anybody can spin up a thing in Canva or thing. Do you realize people are not buying the deliverable? They're buying how you think. They're buying your brain. That is your greatest commodity. Right? When I got up yesterday and said, I think I want to build a community, do you think like it took me a little time, but it was not I don't vibe code. I'm a real coder. So I wasn't vibe coding. I'm like, okay, let me go into my repository and write this code. And then let me go in and do this. But it was my brain that had the architecture. Now I could have very well put it in a vibe coding app and be like, here you go, app, build it. But I think we need to understand that even if I didn't build this community, I could still make money because it's my brain that is behind the architecture. So in the challenge, we're then going to find your easy win. Not the thing that you over engineer, not the thing that you like, well, I got to go build this. And yeah, Kendall, I used your video as a test. If you see yourself up here, you say test. Baby, I got posts all over here. Look, this is our community. This is our community. I built the community, right? Test 1, 2, 1, 2, checker. We posting, we're uploading videos, we're sharing. This is where we're going to be sharing our wins together with each other. But these things are only going to work if you allow yourself to get out there. Let's find our easy win. So how are we doing this, Kendra, if we're not doing funnels and everything? We're going to make business great again. I want a quick story time before I get off, and then I got to get ready to be with y'all live tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern, Rosa. Yeah, 7 p.m. Eastern. I'll be live tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern. When you join, you're going to get all of the calendar links. All right, all of the calendar links. Also, for the people that catch the replay, if you get this before 7 p.m., the post is I'm going to put this in the comments in the replay, but also it is inside of the video description on YouTube. Once we have our thing, right? You say, how are we going to do it? We are going to be showing up like I used to a long time ago. So really quick story time, and then I'm going to shut up, and then I'm going to make my point and get the hell on up out of here. Melissa, yes, the calls will be recorded and they'll be inside of the portal. Okay. So back in the day, I started a business when I was still working in banking. That business is called A Notch Consulting Group Incorporated. I called it the Small Business One-Stop Shop. I promise you on another video, I will tell you the full story of that business. I was 23 years old when I started that business. And I had been going to networking events because I was a business banker. My job was to drum up business for the bank. So I was used to going to networking events for myself, or for the bank rather. And I decided when I got into business, I would start going to networking events. So I would pay $25 to go to a networking luncheon every Wednesday. I do not forget the days. And this was in 2007. And I noticed something. When it got time for everybody to introduce themselves, because that's what I just went. I went for the moment where you got to introduce yourself. And everybody else would be like, hi, I'm Susan. I help businesses do the thing, and the thing. Hi, I'm Joanne. I help businesses do the dot, 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 dot. And I was like, I need to do something different. Okay, because y'all talking too damn much. And way back when, Me and my little 23-year-old unafraid brain, because we've already established that I'm too crazy to be scared. While everybody else was sitting down and introducing themselves, I stood up. Do y'all see what I did there? Just the one thing, just one little thing. I stood up because even back then, I knew that my authority would get me the attention, not me performing. My authority would make me stand out from what everyone else was doing. But also, while everyone else was telling their whole life story, do you guys want to know what I would say when I introduced myself? I would say, "Hi, I'm Kendra Washington, and I'm the money tree that's going to bring your business to life." And I would sit down. I didn't go into a long spiel. I didn't do. Do y'all know that people were lined up to speak to me after that event? After every single event, I said the same thing over and here. "I'm Kendra. I'm the money tree that's going to bring your business to life." I stood in my authority. Back then, I learned a long time ago that my energy created money. And that is what you guys are going to learn in this challenge. Now, I can't give away what I'm going to have you doing. Just know you are going to have something that you have to do every single day, and we're going to hold each other accountable. And no, you don't have to attend the calls. It's only 4 calls, but 14 days. Every single day, you have an action to complete. We're alternating between visibility days and invitation days. You're going to learn how to get visible because remember what I said? The dummies are loud and I'm sick of it. It's time for us to get loud. Let's get loud. Let's hype our besties up. And we're going to be in this together. When we go live, when we post, when we do the things we need to do, you got a room full of besties that's going to be hyping you up. We're going to be on each other's lives. We're going to be coming on each other's posts. We're going to be sharing it because I'm tired of the competition. It's time for us to work together. Beat the dummies. Beat the dummies. Right. They got a circle. Smart people need a circle too. But the smart people need a circle where we're not trying to be perfect all the time. See, we need a circle that allows us to get real. We need a circle that allows us to be unafraid. We need a circle that allows us to just be unapologetically. Every single day we will move because we need to train our nervous systems that we can win. Do y'all know the first sale I ever made in my business was $37? I had a $500 program and the lady came and told me all she had was $37. I was like, hell, I need a win. I was so happy somebody wanted to buy something from me. I gave it to her for $37. It was up from there. It was up from there. Because see, that first $37 sale begat $100 sale. Then it begat a $500 sale. Then it begat $10,000 sales. Then that accumulated to millions of dollars. That first win taught me something important. That winning is possible for a girl like me. Winning is possible for a girl like me. Who's the nerd? Who's a little awkward? I was a popular nerd, but a nerd nonetheless. A little awkward. Kind of marches to the beat of her own drum. It does, does stuff that people don't expect I'll do. The same nerd, little awkward nerd that used to run around when she was little in a She-Ra costume all the time and making people call me She-Ra. I would not answer to anything other than She-Ra. I am the princess of power. You can't tell me otherwise. Right? Side note, when Masters of the Universe come out, I will be in full She-Ra cosplay at the movie theater, and I don't care who it is. I'm getting a costume made right now. I needed to know this little awkward girl could do it. Because I may not be what the mainstream expects me to be. But the one thing I've learned is that I am what God created me to be. And that's okay. Because I'm still supposed to be great. Once you get one win, somebody just put one in the comments, you learn that winning is your state of being. Once you get one win, you learn that there's a resonance that comes with that. It gives you momentum to move. It gives you the momentum. And once you get momentum, it's like a freight train. You can't stop it. But here's what I'm going to also say to everyone on here. I'm not preemptively doing this, but the final thing that you have to do to beat the dummies is you have to stick with it. Because here's what I'm guilty of too. I will win one time or even a few times. I'll win for a season and then I'll stop doing the thing that I did to win. And a lot of us are guilty of that. You went and had a big, beautiful launch. I got some folks on here, and one of them is my best friend. I ain't gonna talk about her. She knows who she in Mexico right now. Went and did a big, beautiful launch. Went and made all this money. He was like, huh? I was like, go do the same thing you did before. Literally go do the same thing you did before. Keep doing it. When you build the consistency, then you can build the systems that make consistency easy. When you build your iteration 1, do it again, that creates iteration 2. Do it again, that creates iteration 3. A lot of us don't need to build anything until we get iteration 10. Okay? We're going to launch fast. We're going to right. We're going to launch ugly. We are going to let the world know that we don't need anything but us. Your energy creates the money. Rosa, I have missed y'all so much. Rosa said, I call myself the perfect one night stand. Rosa, I'm a one night stander too. It's fine. I am the perfect one night stand with myself too. I'm like, ooh, that was great. No, I'm done with it. I'm done. I don't feel like it no more. Right? Y'all, we got to stop being a one night stand with ourselves. Okay? Launch fast. And we are launching iteration 1. So if you are someone that has been sitting on it, you got something that's stirring up in your spirit. You got something you be like, you've been writing it in your journal. Some of y'all been writing it in your journal for 6 years. We on year number 6 now. And it's been in your journal every year. It still ain't did it yet. Friend, let's go. Let's go. I'm tired. I'm sick of you for you. And I'm sick of me too. Sick of all of us. Let's do it. And here's what we're going to do. When we launch it and when we win, because we will win, we are then going to iterate and do it again. Iterate and do it again. We're building the muscle of winning. Okay? Nadir, thank you, honey. Thank you. Guys, I love you. If you like these videos, if you like these YouTube lives, remember, subscribe, like, leave me some comments, share it with your friends. This is a labor of love. I am live every Monday at noon Eastern Standard Time. If you have not hopped into the Release It Challenge, baby, what are you waiting for? I am so excited about this because I can't wait to tell you guys what I'm releasing. Okay, I can't wait to tell you what I'm releasing. Like I said, it's yeah, it is what it is. But I will see you guys for the folks that are in the challenge tonight, 7 p.m. Eastern time. You'll be getting your notifications. Everybody that signed up, you should have got calendar notifications already. Accept those calendar invites. 7 p.m. we kick off. I am so excited. Like I said, I'm a little nervous because I'm launching something too. So I am in this challenge with you guys because I'm eating my own dog food, right? But I'm just excited, right? Let's launch fast, beat the dummies. I will see you guys next week on YouTube, same time, same place. I love you guys. And remember, we build the systems that bring premium and corporate clients to you, pre-sold and ready to pay. And one of the systems that we build is the system of you. The system of you. All right. I love you guys. Bye for now.